Our solar system is in danger and could be completely destroyed by the smallest external influences. If you don't have enough existential fears yet, so make sure to stay until the end. And if you like it, I would be very happy about a thumbs up and a comment, as this helps the YouTube algorithm show this video to more people. Thank you very much, everyone, and welcome. Have you ever thought about how many mechanisms actually interlock? How many things need to work for our lives to continue smoothly? After all, our planet, the Earth, is quite vulnerable when you think about it. For our lives to function, the Earth must orbit the Sun at exactly the right distance. The other planets should also stay on their orbits, and our solar system must not collide with other stars within the Milky Way galaxy. There should also be no supernova or gigantic stellar explosion in our immediate vicinity. So, quite a few aspects need to run smoothly for you to sit comfortably and watch this video. And even though I absolutely want you to be able to watch my videos so relaxed, I have to scare you a little now. This orderly process, after all, allows our solar system to function so smoothly could be destroyed. Now, two researchers have set out to find out how easily our system can get out of balance. And their research result is as frightening as it is fascinating. Even small gravitational influences can have dramatic effects due to the chaotic and complex nature of the forces involved. For the solar system to truly descend into chaos, for example, the average distance between Neptune and the Sun would have to be changed by only 0.1%. 0.1%. Now, some of you will surely say, that can't possibly happen. Right. Unfortunately, yes. And the most likely starting point for this apocalyptic chaos is the small Mercury. I always knew that couldn't be trusted. Garrett Brown, a scientist involved in the research, writes, "The path of the solar system to dynamic instability is ultimately determined by chaos. However, the most likely path to instability is a resonance between Mercury and Jupiter that leads to an increase in Mercury's eccentricity. This can lead to a collision with Venus. The perihelion of Mercury, that is, the closest point of a planet in its orbit around the Sun, changes ever so slightly every 1,000 years. This gives us a small chance that Jupiter's gravitational pull could rip Mercury out of its present orbit by gradually increasing Mercury's large orbital eccentricity until it even crosses the orbit of Venus at its farthest point from the Sun." As I described at the beginning, the solar system is a highly complicated mechanism where all variables must be correct for it to function. And if Mercury changes its position slightly, it can lead to absolute chaos. And for those of you who are surprised that Jupiter's gravity has an influence on Mercury, of course the Sun makes up the absolute majority of the mass of the solar system, but that doesn't mean that the other celestial bodies don't also influence each other through their gravity. And Jupiter is by far the heaviest planet in the solar system. It weighs twice as much as all the other planets in our system put together. Maybe Jupiter should go on a diet. So overall, one can say that the inner solar system is not stable. And even though it is very unlikely, so at some point in our short human lifetime, a catastrophe will occur. It could happen in hundreds of millions of years or even billions. And what would happen then? Mercury would be torn away and either sink into the Sun or collide with Venus or Earth. Neither of these scenarios would be particularly good for the stability of the solar system. Well, after we have dealt with this disaster scenario, who cares what happens to Mercury in billions of years? I'm going to play Fortnite. Unfortunately, things are becoming even more threatening for our solar system. In the new research I just mentioned, the scientists have brought up a scenario that could trigger Mercury's movement from the outside. The scientists imagined that a passing star could get a little too close to the Sun. Such a passing star would not directly affect Mercury because it is too close to the Sun, but Neptune would be affected by the gravity of such a star, and this disturbance would spread throughout the solar system. It would then come to a kind of disastrous domino effect. The effects of a 0.1% disturbance, which corresponds to a shift of only 4.5 million kilometers in the semi-axis of Neptune, would spread to Earth and Mars within 20 million years. The research team carried out 2,880 simulations in which Neptune's orbit was influenced by a passing star. 960 simulations showed a disturbance too small to be measured. The remaining simulations, however, there was nothing but death and destruction. Mercury collided with Venus, with Earth, or with Mars, and in some simulations, the distant planets Uranus and Neptune were even ejected from the solar system. Of course, this all sounds highly dramatic, and would probably correspond almost to the destruction from an average Marvel movie. But the crucial question is, how likely is it that another star passes so close to our solar system within our galaxy to trigger this destructive domino effect. The research team also calculated this and found that in the next 100 billion years, which by the way is much longer than our sun will even exist, there would be only about 20 chances of such an event. Phew, lucky again, I would say. Oh, there is quite a bit to suggest that you can still watch my videos quite relaxed even in a few billion years, because although the inner solar system is not stable, 2001, but it is unlikely that a catastrophe will occur in a humanly relevant time frame. Neither internal circumstances such as a change in perihelion nor external circumstances such as passing stars can cause such a cataclysm. Let's move on to another doomsday scenario. Some people claim that the experiments now beginning at the CERN particle accelerator could completely destroy the Earth, or that a portal to a parallel universe will be opened or something like that. I have explained for you in the displayed video what it's all about and what spectacular things we will find out at the CERN particle accelerator. Be sure to click on it. And if you want to support my work a little, then also click on the shop button and treat yourself to one of my t-shirts. Astronaut food, real meteorites, everyone buys. It helps me a lot to showcase the channel here. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. 2001.